Welcome back, you guys. Today, a little bit different video than normal. We are getting away from the rifle content and we're going to go into a pistol style video. So if you guys enjoy this, let me know. I'll do more pistol video as I have more pistols. But today we're going to be talking about the CZ P10C and its first ever USPSA event and my first ever USPSA event. So it was down in Wichita Falls, Texas. It was at a range down there that hosts I think bi-weekly or maybe every week they have an event down there. But it was a ton of fun. Just to preface saying, if you have a chance to shoot a USPSA event, I would do it. I had a ton of fun, like training, prepping up for that. Spent a ton of money on rounds. I did not dry fire a ton. I probably should have done that. But overall, had a blast. So today we're going to break down break down how the event worked and overall, like, what you would need to do to shoot one of these events, and basically just an overview of how I thought it went. To start off prefacing saying this, it is super cheap to shoot one of these events. I can't talk numbers on YouTube, but it was less than a box of 100 rounds, basically. We'll say that. It was super cheap to go shoot this. Obviously, you're going to spend more money in ammo than you are the entry fee, and definitely more money on the gear to shoot this. You could get by with a super basic setup, but I'm kind of I'm a spender. If you can't see behind me, I enjoy spending money on this stuff. So I went kind of all out. I wouldn't say super crazy, but for sure bought nice gear to compete with. So we'll start off breaking down the pistol. This is a CZ P10C, the ported version. Show clear. This has got a big old chunk port in the front. I used to shoot a CZ P10C, just the regular, and then the ported came out, so I traded that in on this ported one. Overall, it has shot great. I definitely could do some trigger differences. This is like a 7-pound trigger or something in here. I was looking into it, so I'll probably get a different trigger at some point. They're pretty cheap, so I'll honestly do that just to shoot a little bit better, I think. And then, Jesus, I went straight into the trigger. Anyways, this is a Handle It Grips. They do sponsor me, so shout out to those guys. They sent me these grips. I love Handle It Grips. It's like stippling, but just it's like tape that you put on over top. So it's super easy to do with a hair dryer or whatever. Not a torch. I would not suggest that. But Handle It Grips, goon tape over top of that. Some people said it looks goofy, but you know what? It helps. Especially we were down in Texas. Like it's going to get hot. It's only getting hotter. So shout out to Goon Tape as well. They did not sponsor this, but I run it on every pistol I own because it is nice. But yeah, stock CZ P10C. This is a Surefire X300, the Bravo. And then, as you can see, it's getting a little dirty. And then this is a White Wolf Concepts. This is their, like, thumb ledge, if you want to call it. I can't remember the specific name, but I put that on here. It does have a little bit of problem with rubbing on your holsters. But you just gotta run it in or Dremel out your holster. I just reseat in the holster a bunch of times, and eventually it wears out the holster and not your metal piece here on the X300. So that's been holding up fine. On top is a Steiner MPS, and then nothing crazy about that. And then an Ape Defense cap that is absolutely tore up, if you can see that. Basically, I had a minor problem where I'll throw in some video, but it was like flickering. So when I would shoot, it would like flash off and then I would lose my dot. I'm like, am I losing my mind? I can't find my dot. And then I'd shoot again and the dot would reappear. And so I have that video of me doing it with holding my phone. But basically I had to take, it's not even up here anymore, but I took like a bread twist and put it in top of the battery cap. So there's already a little foam piece on this battery cap. And basically I was just finding that the battery was popping out of the MPS. Whether that's an MPS problem or an Ape Defense problem, I'm assuming an AP. Oh my God. I'm assuming an Ape Defense problem just because like this old battery cap that I had a shot. I've got a ton of rounds to this thing, but basically I had no problems. So that's pretty disappointing considering this is like a cap or something. I might have to edit that out. But anyways, This is a very expensive battery cap, and it's supposed to be so like I can change batteries easily and not have it's toolless. But basically, yeah, for the amount of money that it costs, that's pretty disappointing that they couldn't just add a little piece of foam. And maybe I got one of the original ones and maybe they have more foam in it now, but yeah, pretty disappointing. It is what it is, I guess. I fixed it, so that's all that matters. It's running like a dream. I have probably maybe 3,000 rounds to this thing now. I couldn't even tell you. I haven't been counting specifically, but over this last month, I put probably over 1,500 rounds down it. So I've been shooting the hell out of it. One other change I might do while shooting this to this pistol is the recoil spring. I might lighten up the poundage on that. Might do a trigger on that, and I might switch up this MPS just because I don't know. I thought I was a huge fan of closed emitters. Oh, a little light ND there. I thought I was a huge fan of closed emitters, and now running them and seeing other people shooting open emitter and like the Vortex XL, it's so much easier to pick up the dot, and that's probably a me-like thing. But for whatever reason, it just seemed a lot. My buddy was running the Shadow 2 with a Vortex XL. I mean, there's no problem finding that dot. It is right in your face, whereas sometimes I'm searching for this dot. And that's probably a training issue, but overall, I think it would be easier with an open emitter rather than a closed. So I might throw this on a rifle and not completely do away with it, but I wanted to have a top red dot on some of these rifles here, so maybe I'll do that and then get a Vortex XL or something similar, maybe an SRO if I ball out, but we shall see. So that's the overview of the gun. Holster I'm running so this is the Tier 1 concealed over the waistband MSP holster, so basically it fits into it locks onto any Surefire X300, and I can run multiple different guns with a Surefire X300 and use the same holster, generally speaking. I mean, it might not work on some, but it works like a dream for this. I assume it's like probably based off a Glock or something, but yeah. I had a Glock 19 holster for an X300, and it was super cheap, and it worked like a dream as well. The lockup was a little bit stiffer, so it was harder to draw than this one, so I've been running this one because the draw is super nice on this. So that's the holster. As far as the belt setup is going to be Agilite. I'm not sure exactly which one it is, but it's got the magnets in the rear on the inner and on the outer so that you can like line it up every time. This is a large. I should have went with a medium, but they didn't have any. They had only black and medium, so I was like, oh, I can fit in a large. But basically, it is as small as it can go to fit around my waist. So should have went with a medium. Live and you learn. It works. It's a little bit loose, but maybe I'll get another belt at some time and give this to a friend or something. But running, what are these? S-Tac mag carriers. So I've got 3 of them now, and basically they work great. I haven't had any problem. The lockup is great on these. They're just the little piece in here. Jesus. There's that little piece in there that like keeps them tight. Had no problems so far. Haven't had the mags go anywhere. I just bought a 3rd one because getting to the further problem that I have with this match, but I need more magazines, and so I have a 3rd one now. At some point we'll probably build out this belt a little bit more, but it's pretty raw right now. Over here I've got the True North Concepts, the drop holster. I don't know why, but I bought the expensive one with all like the adjustments. I'm not even going to adjust it anymore. I'm actually going to move this back so it is straight up and down vertical on my holster so my draw is consistent every time. But basically, yeah, I mean, it works great as far as dropping the holster down. And then True North Concepts, this is the thigh strap as well from them. No complaints here. And then, yeah, Safariland, the QLS, stuff like that. Other than that, nothing much on the belt setup. Let's get into some issues I ran in the match and overall how it went. So I'll be inserting footage throughout this, and then I might do a little voiceover on how I thought each stage went. But basically there's 6 stages, The round count depended. I think the least was like a 24 round stage, like, and I'm talking like minimum rounds, two shots each target, one shot on steel. Like the minimum for some of the stages was 24. And then some of them, the minimum was 32, 34. And that's where I ran into issues because I tried going there with 15 round magazines and only having 2 of them, which is what came with the CZ. And obviously I couldn't even shoot every target. Like eventually we started game planning it out to where I would only shoot one target one time instead of 2 tapping it, just so I could get the least amount of points deducted. But overall, I still got murdered. Like I got second to last place. So it was still fun. It does suck being that bad, but like all these guys have shot before. I was one of the only, I was like one of 3 new shooters. And so overall, no complaints here. It was a lot of fun. But yeah, definitely I'm going to get some mags. I was like running into issues with the Gen 2, Gen 3 CZ mags and compatibility. So basically I have realized that I can run the P10C or the P10F magazines, which are like 19 rounders in this. So it just has to be the Gen 3. So I have some of those on order. I will no longer have that issue of magazine capacity. I might find some extensions for that just so I can run like 24 rounds in each mag. But yeah, we'll see. And I will keep updating you because I'm definitely going down and shooting some more of these because it was a blast. It was a ton of fun. It just goes to like, I don't know, it just tests your skills on your pistol shooting, whether you can shoot on the move, all this sort of stuff. Like I'm not a good pistol shooter. I can sit there and pop off rounds and be like in a tight little zone, like somewhat okay-ish, but this is just like, I don't know. It's the ultimate test on whether you're a pistol shooter or not. And so I really enjoyed doing it. I will do some more. And definitely if I do some running guns here at some point, I'm going to need to be good at pistol shooting. So it is something easy to work on as well and relatively cheap, especially compared to the rifles I'm shooting. Like I'm hard stuck on 6 ARC right now, and my God, it is so expensive to shoot. It's like $1.50 a round, $2 a round, so a lot more expensive than 9mm blazer brass. So overall, match went great. I'll go through some of these stages. We'll definitely do a voiceover on some of them. There's 6 stages. The time, it took us probably 3 hours, 2 or 3 hours to go through the entire match, and then I was on the way home like by lunchtime. So down there by 9 a.m., 10 a.m., and then out of there, I was back home by 1 or 2. So, I mean, yeah, you burn Saturday morning, you can't go out drinking Friday night, but overall, it was a lot of fun. It's either this or I go blow a bunch of money golfing, so it's one of the two. I got to pick a poison. Here I am dressed like a fool, but as you can see, that dog will hunt. Basically, I had to start with a magazine pistol on the barrels, which is a different one, but you will see I mess up the route plan. I don't go all the way to the left like I should have. I went in here, and this will show you where the magazine issue is. So like only having 15 rounds right here, I'm stuck doing a reload in the middle. So it is what it is.
Ah, fuck.
So I only got 4 out of the 6 stages actually recorded, but here's one of them. Went pretty good. I'm just slow. Like the movement's not terrible, but I need to be shooting on the move and just doing more stuff. I just need to train more and go to these more. But like here, I should be shooting steel, waiting for it to swing, shoot the other target, then shoot the swinging target. But it is what it is. I do miss 1 target on this stage because I was just going to put 1 round in the last one, but as you can see coming up, I was super confused on why I had an extra round, and then realized I missed 1. So it's attention to detail. You definitely learn a lot shooting them, and then afterwards you realize you're a fool. But
Jesus, I missed something.
If you're finished, unload and show clear. It's clear. Hammer. Holster, you missed 1 target. That one right there.
That one?
Yeah.
so this one was the classifier stage. I actually shot it well. This is the one stage where magazines were not a problem. It was a super low round count. So overall, I shot like a B class, and it'll say the time at the end. And this target, I got a Charlie somehow. And the steel was like falling super slow. So as you can see, I bolo this last steel like an idiot, pulled off. So that really screwed my time. But overall, not bad.
All clear, 11-2-5.
11-2-5.
Oh, no. Oh, that's all right.
2 Alpha.
2 Alpha.
Alpha Charlie.
Alpha Charlie.
2 Alpha.
2 Alpha.
2 Alpha.
2 Alpha.
Alpha Charlie.
Next up on the channel is this 12.5 6-arc Noveski build. So this is a Rainier quad rail, Rainier upper. The bolt carrier will probably stay the same. I'll probably get another superlative arms, and then I will probably get another Radian or something similar charging handle. And yeah, different can. This is just a direct thread can that I had laying around. I will definitely put a different can on this. Probably the Scythe, honestly, but at some point I need to get a 6mm can. And then yeah, this is the FRT lower. As you can see, the third horrendous safety. Oh my god, the death machine. But yeah, I'll probably get a different lower. Probably do another. I might try and do like a full Rainier build. So do a Ambi Rainier lower, and then obviously Diafrico, probably an FDE, and then I'm probably going to do an A5 system buffer as well in FDE, probably a forward controls design. I seen one of those at Rainier up at the store, and then yeah, do an FDE, do an FDE buttstock, and just have like a two-tone build kind of going. Yeah, but then 2 to 12 or 3 to 15 on top for glass. Probably an Athlon, honestly, or maybe another Vortex, or maybe a Night Force if I go absolutely crazy. But for the mount, maybe a Zero Gravity or maybe a Geisley, something in FDE, and then have a black scope, and then just have a complete like two-tone look kind of going. It should be finished pretty soon here, depending on timeline. When you guys will see it, I have no idea. These videos are getting pretty hard to film. You know, I've been training a lot and working a lot, so it is what it is. But yeah, have a great day, guys. Like and subscribe if you can. That's all I got for you. Go blow some money, go train, spend all your money. You only live once. Peace.